Welcome everyone to the arena. Let's get ready to battle. Master League Premier Cup is in full swing and this is my team. This is the team that I started using the first 2 days and it did really well for me. As you see here, Gengar is the star. I have it hidden in the back with Garchomp in the lead. And my safe switch is Metagross. I really like this team. And these battles here, I have different situations, I have different leads in each one, so I can explain to you what to do in different situations. And well, look who it is. We all know who this is. I rate him very highly as a trainer and battler, and trust me, if I didn't play this out as I did, this game could have gone totally different. So he has a Shadow Snorlax. At this point, I tank the Body Slam, I know I can, and I'm just going for the hard-hitting move. It's a Snorlax, it makes no sense going for a Sand Tomb and then to lower its defense. And surprisingly, he takes it. So now I can do the Sand Tomb and try to farm him down. This is only a Body Slam, so I'm taking a gamble that I can tank it and farm him down, and I do. I'm in a really good situation here because I have a Sand Tomb waiting for whatever he is going to bring out. I don't even wait to see because I have like 1 HP. So it's a Conkeldurr. So its defense has been lowered and I bring out my Gengar because it resists those fighting type attacks really well. And he switches into his Metagross, which, ouch, that Shadow Ball must have hurt. And yeah, he just gives up because I agree that fighting type really stood no chance against the ghost typing of my Gengar. Now as this second match comes up here, I just put up on the right hand side there Gengar's rating. It's rated in the 30s, pretty low, but look at what it does well against Metagross. We see a lot of Metagross. Togekiss. It does well against Togekiss because it resists those fairy type charm attacks. The Gyarados I was surprised by, and the Mamoswine, especially as Mamoswine is part ground. And of course any fighting type it totally walls, does well against them. But let's be real here, it loses against a lot of common things seen in the meta. So it's all about how you manage it. But honestly, most of these things here, with the exception of the Snorlax and the Swampert, can be turned around with a simple shield or energy advantage. The Dragonite, Magnezone, Garchomp matchups. But the Snorlax especially, you do not want a Gengar running both ghost type moves to come up against a Snorlax. So the premise of my team here is to lure out the Snorlax or any ground type Pokemon with my Metagross in the safe switch position, which I have found it does really well. It's really good at doing that, especially since I have a Garchomp in the front. If I switch to my Metagross, most likely they'll bring out their Snorlax or a ground type like a Swampert, because they generally don't want it to meet the Garchomp. And just sharing the IVs on the right as well. Let's get into this other match here. A favorable matchup, Metagross. So they do as many do, switch into their Dragonite against my Garchomp. So what I do is I shield the first Dragon Claw. That's okay because I'm up at an outrage and 2 things are going to happen. They're going to go down or they'll give up a shield. They give up the shield and now I can switch to my Metagross to take out the Dragonite. The reason I want them on 1 shield is because a Dragonite with 2 shields against a Metagross is very likely to win that matchup actually, even though Steel resists Dragon. Dragonites are so powerful. So, and a Dragonite with 1 shield alone is most likely to just go down. Now, the opponent is more likely to just let their Dragonite go down rather than use their last shield. So I win the secondary matchup there. They bring out their Garchomp. Not a good matchup here. And just before I can take out that Garchomp, they make a wonderful switch into their own Metagross to tank the steel attack. But I have my own Garchomp waiting, so I line it up with the Metagross once again. And this is good because I am getting the Metagross to use out its energy here, and can bring out my Gengar to farm down those ghost type attacks against the Psychic. I need to shield this to keep my Gengar in, there's no question about that. It's an Outrage. They really didn't have to go for Outrage. Probably Sand Tomb would have been enough, but a Shadow Ball, they used their last shield. They had to use their shield there, they had no choice. The game was mine. Good game. Now this is also a relatively good lead for Garchomp. Garchomp takes a heavy damage from Cross Chop. No, not Cross Chop, Dynamic Punch. But luckily it was a Cross Chop. They switch into their Snorlax. And the reason I'm using Sand Tomb here is to give my Metagross a little boost, a little advantage, by lowering the Snorlax's defense. Meteor Master does a lot of damage, but with a defense nerf, it does even more. And I really didn't expect this Earthquake to come out so quickly, but that's okay. My Garchomp can come out now, and the Snorlax is out of the equation, meaning my Gengar has little to worry about now. I'm pretty sure it can sweep whatever is in the back there, especially since one of it is a Machamp. The Gengar double resists fighting, I believe. So I can just let this go and bring out a Gengar with 2 shields against a Metagross and a Machamp. There's no way that they are going to win this match. So I made a good call there. Like I said, once you get the Snorlax out of the way, or the Swampert, your Gengar is basically free to cause a lot of damage, because what really resists ghost type attacks in this meta? Just a Snorlax, just normal types. Everything else takes neutral or super effective. So that's the idea of this team here. Get that normal type out of the way and let the Gengar sweep. Okay, this is a relatively okay lead as well. Swampert against Garchomp. Garchomp will resist the Hydro Cannons. The Earthquake will do a lot of damage though, but they choose to just go for Hydro Cannon. Good thing I didn't shield there. This would certainly take out the Swampert, almost takes it out, but the Sand Tomb will do the job. I'm able to get it before they can use that energy on the Hydro Cannon. And they choose to hard counter with the Togekiss. I switch into my counter, and obviously they bring in a fighting type. Now the good thing is Gengar counters both of those Pokemon really well. The fighting type of the Machamp and the fairy type attacks of the Togekiss. So I don't have to commit any shields to my Metagross. Although I did here because I had so much energy saved up. I just didn't want to waste it. And I actually get their last shield here, which is even better. So Gengar with 1 shield against the Machamp and the Togekiss, it's going to win. It's going to win, there's no question. This could be a Rock Slide, so I block it, I shield it, although I would have survived, but I didn't want my Gengar on low HP to face off against this Togekiss. Yeah. That Shadow Ball does a lot of damage. It's amazing how much it does at this level. A fully powered up Gengar. Its CP doesn't cross 3000, but it hits really hard all the same. Now the Garchomp mirror match is problematic. It is so risky. I usually go straight for Outrage. My opponent usually shields, and I've found that most people go for Sand Tomb, go for the Sand Tomb bait. So I take a really big risk and don't shield. It works out. they go for another Sand Tomb here, and unfortunately I thought it was an outrage. Most people in that situation, I have found, go, if you don't shield the first Sand Tomb, they go for a second Sand Tomb straight after. And they're able to take me out with an outrage, but I have a shield advantage. It's okay if both of my Pokemon are weak against this Garchomp. I'm going to just use this Metagross to make that Garchomp use out all of its energy and take it out in the end with this Meteor Mash, because it has no more shields out of the way. So here's hoping that they don't have a Snorlax in the back. They don't. They have a Togekiss and a Metagross. Perfect. Gengar counters both of these Pokemon really well. Down it goes. It's so important to know which Pokemon in the meta your closer can counter, so you'll know how to allocate your shields. So let's go Gyarados against Garchomp, not a favorable lead. I could have switched out immediately, but I was trying something here. Going to lower its I lowered its defense and then switch so that my Metagross could do a little more damage, because Garchomp does resist those steel type attacks, being part water type. Fortunately, I have enough energy for an Earthquake here, so I'm either going to get a shield. I do get the shield, and I believe they are all out of shields. They are, and I still have both of mine, and I have a Gengar in the back that can come out now and farm down this Metagross. Let's look at the farm down here. Obviously I have to use a shield. And I'm at 2 Shadow Punches, so it doesn't make sense to farm down all the way. I take it out before it gets to another Meteor Mash. And a Magnezone with no shields. Let's see how much this Shadow Ball does to this poor Magnezone. Almost out. Almost takes it out. I can shield and just farm down. So once again, thank you all very much for watching. Stay tuned for more videos in the future. Like and subscribe to stay in touch. I've since changed my team because now I'm seeing a lot of Dragonites and Togekiss in the lead, so I'll be posting another video with that team, which by the way has been doing really well also. So see you all soon for more videos.